Greetings, salutations, and welcome to another podcast episode of the Council of Kings podcast station. I'm your esteemed host this season, Prestigious G. It's been a while since I've done this last podcast, but nothing really up and up right now. Everything's all the up and up right now, starting to get everything just really good and started. Nothing real big to report. I posted my first rant video, which it seems to be pretty. It was pretty informative. You got a very good feedback, and I hope to get some good feedback tonight with this one. Tonight's episode is titled "The Love Lost Generation" or "The Love Lost Dilemma." Relationships. Tonight we'll be discussing dating, relationships, different different kind of perspectives on how relationship love and how and love have transcended in the past generations. We'll be having a few different perspectives of some people who are from Gen Zs to Millennials to Gen Xs on here this evening. But I hope this evening to make things a little more easier this evening. While adding a few different members to the panel tonight. But let's add in the panel and get started with this little combo. Gentlemen,
Yo, yo, yo.
What up?
How you doing this evening?
Pretty good, bro.
All right then. Today, Mills, Ladarian, unmute yourself, please. If you can't, unless you can, I don't think you can hear us. Or maybe you can. Tonight we're going to be talking about the love. I titled this conversation as the love lost dilemma or the love lost generation. We will be discussing relationships, dating, how love and romance have transcended over the past few generations, from the Gen Z perspective and the millennial on the Gen X perspective. So let's get started on. So the question I have for the panel tonight is, what in 2020 is defined as a true relationship? I'll get started with, since I already know he's probably going to want to answer this question first. Let's start with Timothy.
Basically, my version of a modern day relationship in 2020, an image. 2021, my bad, an image. It's just an image of somebody being with somebody. You feel me? It's just people are not really in it for love anymore. It's for convenience. Like, this person can financially support them. This person could do something that probably, like, it's just, I feel like modern day relationships lack love. You feel me? It's more of people just wanting to be with somebody just for money, just to build, just to use them, just to get ahead in life because they're too lazy to do it on their own. That's the way I feel. Because I done been through a lot, and I guess you could say I chose them women, but it's the fact that they put on a different color or a different mask after they got what they want. So that's just the way I feel like it's just an image. So people use social media, celebrities and stuff as goals and stuff, and really don't have a goal of what a relationship should be in their own mind. Meek Mills and Nicki Minaj at one point Nicki Minaj could have farted on Meek Mills, and people would have been like, "Oh, that's goals." So I just think it's all an image. That's just the way I think.
That was the worst way to explain that, but okay.
Yeah, but I
was gonna say it's something like my answer was something close to similar to what Tim was. Yeah.
So you guys believe that relationships in modern day are one-sided and only beneficial to somebody who believes they're trying to opportunists, basically.
Of course.
Of course.
These days, everybody wants something fast. They don't want to take the time to experience anything. They want, they basically go off what they see on the TV. They don't actually want to learn a person. They just want to go off. They want everything quick.
Exactly. That's one of the major parts. They want everything quick, and when they don't get it, that's when they bail.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Amon, you had something to say?
Yeah. I kind of disagree with it a little bit.
Oh, sure.
That
Elaborate,
most
please.
relationships. Well, I agree that most relationships are one-sided nowadays. I disagree that all of them are. You do have good men out there, and
Yeah,
good.
but they're overlooked.
Yeah, let him answer,
Yeah,
Tim.
well,
Hold on, Tim. Hold on.
my kind of my idea of it is that small percentage it is I look at them as the people with the high IQ. Okay, so that small percentage of are usually the people with the higher IQs. They're the people. Okay, baby, look, if you because some people, all right, as a male, I'm gonna speak from a male standpoint. Not everybody goes and just says, hey, I don't want to deal with her. It's one side. I don't want to deal with her because she don't got her stuff together. All right. Some people go and say, hey, look, let's build together. You have to do those where you get somebody, both of y'all are in that position. It doesn't matter because y'all love each other. Y'all build together.
Okay. I can agree to disagree.
Hold on. You're basically saying that relationships are give and take. Basically, somebody should be also receiving something, but also giving something in return. To elevate, or establish some sort of balance, basically.
If every relationship has always been give or take, but these days,
Hold on. We can't all talk at the same time. Finish, Cooper.
I say these days, pretty much every relationship pretty much been give or take. The thing about it is, most people, somebody gonna always outweigh the next person, and a lot of it's,
Cool.
they don't have morals and values. They go about what they see. A lot of them coming from broken homes, and they don't. They, both,
That's a good point.
most of them don't have a two-home parent. Most of them have a single-home parent. So they're making their decisions and choices off what they see off of TV now. TV is now racing up 2020 now.
That is true.
I can totally agree because I gotta say social media is king. Anything that you see on social media, a lot of people, it's like a cult following. People will follow it to their death. Like, I have to say, people don't understand, like, people get reality and bullshit mixed together. You feel me? Like, especially at our young age, being in our early 20s and stuff, there is this stigma that a man is supposed to be a provider and a woman is supposed to be taken care of.
Well, the thing about it is there are specific roles that people play in everybody's lives. We
but
won't
it ain't
refute
right
that these roles are interchangeable. However, but
because,
there are specific ways to people have a specific role they can fill. Yeah, they're interchangeable.
and I feel you and I understand that, but you have to understand, like what Amanda said was talking about relationship is give or take, but it's mostly taken when it comes to being a man. It's like if you, as a man, if you ain't got your shit together, you can't come correct at a woman, you are considered a lower class man. You feel me? You're considered low of the crop. But a rich man could go at a broke woman and change her life. But you'll never see a rich woman go at a broke man and try to change his life unless this man is giving her some good pipe. And then she's still controlling him, and
It's just sad that that's true.
she's still gonna treat him as a little boy, as he ain't on my level. He's just dick. And so you got to understand, modern day relationships are not meant for the man no more. It's meant for the woman. A lot of women nowadays don't know how to stand up on their own 2 feet. And like Cooper said, they were raised in single parent household and saw their mama bringing in different niggas at a time, trying to make ends meet, fucking these dudes, getting these dudes to pay bills and do whatever, and using them up to the best of their ability. And when she got done with the niggas, she threw the niggas away. My ex-mama told me about how time she got a nigga to pay her rent just by giving him a little piece of ass. And I'm like, I can see why he did it because she was fine, don't get me wrong, but he was a freak. You feel me? That motherfucker was
I don't see why he did it. Even if she gave me the chance, I still wouldn't
yeah,
pay
but
her the
Xavier,
entire price.
when you ain't getting no ass, you're desperate. You'll pay a bitch any amount of money you want. So
Oh,
I
I
ain't
ain't
gonna
Yeah,
that
do it right.
desperate.
you can miss me with that.
Yeah, you're
Probably the
not,
other
You
dudes,
gotta,
they're not that
probably the
desperate.
other dudes out here, but yeah, you can miss me with that. I work
yeah,
hard
but
for mine.
you gotta understand, bro. I work hard for mine too. I got my own place, but I can get a second car, and I got a lot of stuff. And I'm in school, but at the same time, a lot of dudes ain't got the game, the mouthpiece. They wasn't taught how to be a man and how to go at these women with a mouthpiece. Because I can talk a bitch out of some ass if you really know what to tell her. Tell her what she want to hear. If she allows you to talk her into hearing what you want to hear, after you fuck, drop her. But at the end of the day, people don't have that mindset. Everybody feel like, oh my God, if I don't keep fucking her, I'm not gonna get no pussy ever. Bro, it ain't even like that with me. If I don't like this girl and she don't give me what I want or do what I want or say what I want, I could go on to the next. I'ma just, you feel me? I ain't wasting no time. Life's too damn short. But a lot
Oh,
of
then
dudes,
you're a misogynist. Then
yeah, I'm keeping it real.
that's what they say. That's what
Hey,
they'll say.
I feel like I'm a bachelor.
As far as the single women, that's not true all the time. You know,
I'm a bachelor. That's the way I look at myself. And I understand, Mr. Cooper, that ain't true all the time. But you got to understand the modern young woman from like 16 to 25 is fucking retarded. They only see what
that's a big assumption. That's a big
no,
generalization and a
bro.
big assumption.
Most of their
Come with facts if you're
favorite.
gonna say something like that.
No, let me come with facts. If you understand, you remember last year that song WAP that came out?
Oh,
There's some
Lord.
hoes in this house. That
That's
song
a
went
first of
triple.
all, that quote right there is from a song that's from the '90s,
No,
and again, Cooper could
listen,
probably say that.
bro. Yeah,
I
bro,
know,
that
right?
song went triple platinum. And the only women that were really pushing it, that made it really hot as it was, if you check out the statistic, were sex workers, strippers, and young women from the ages of 16 to 25. Because they said no older woman over that age was really bumping that music because they lived that life, they experienced it. They're not feeling it no more. They used up goods. You feel me? But these
let
young
me tell you this: the same person that made that song has a daughter, and she don't even allow her own daughter to listen to that song.
yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
that's the
got to
part. That's the
understand,
part that
That's
kills
the
me.
hypocritical part about it.
everything is an image now. Everything is an
Bro,
image now.
I'm listening to the music industry, bro. Look, tell you something about the music industry. First of all, my dad was signed by Atlantic Records. Not only that, but he has his own record company. Some people don't. All right, so whenever people put out or celebrities do certain things, that isn't real. A lot of that is not real. A lot of that is staged by the corporates of those record companies. The record companies will make singers do certain things. Sometimes they
I
don't
said
even
it.
write
Yeah, I said that
the
ago. That's a
song.
PR.
that is true.
It's a yeah, it's a PR stunt. You
Into
dysfunction.
the music industry, and the thing about women and people growing up today, because like I say, most things come from broken homes. These young girls coming from broken homes, as well as the guys too. A lot of the guys haven't been raised up to be men. Being a man doesn't consist of, I could pull a gun, I could fight, I could do this, or I could do that. Being a man consists of going out, getting a
That's
A girl come from a broken home. All she
being
wants to come
responsible
from.
and
Look,
taking care of your family. That's being a man. It doesn't consist
I
of,
respect that. I respect that.
what I could do for you or what I can do for that. It consists of going out and taking care of your business. You could be
Look, Darren, you
45
had
and still
something to
not be
say?
a grown man if you live with your mama.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah.
I'm listening. But like I say, I mean, y'all hitting a lot of pointers. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I think it depends on the woman though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
but you
Cause I
gotta
mean,
understand there ain't no
Hold
good
on,
women
Tim.
out here, bro.
Hold on.
Yeah, let him finish.
you can't really say that. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I mean, I don't disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I'm 30 years old right now, so I mean, I went through from 21 to 26. I was with this chick, you know what I'm saying? But you just, it fell all bad. But the one that I'm with now, she chill with me and her chill like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is my homeboy. but she's solid though. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, it just depends on the woman though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fish out. You gotta branch out. Just like I say, just because you know what I'm saying, you catch feelings, you still gotta weigh your options out. Still trying to see, you know what I'm saying? Like from this point on in my life, if a chick, if she don't have a father figure in her life, I don't want her. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
I
'Cause
said, it all comes back to
Let me tell you something.
values.
You have
yeah,
you are
you gotta look at that. You gotta look at that because the thing of it is,
It all
if
comes
she
back to
can't
the values.
if she can't listen to a
Hold
father
on,
figure,
Cooper.
if she can't listen to a father figure, she's not gonna listen to you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
Facts.
Hold on.
Facts.
So you got to look at the small part. You know what I'm saying? Look at the small part, and the small stuff will lead you in toward the big stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So if she can't listen to her father, or she don't have a father figure in her life, she's not gonna, you know what I'm saying, be able to just listen to what you gotta say. So
that is
so
100.
when you
He ain't lying because
yeah so
Hold on.
Well, the
when
thing
you
is, you can't place everything on a female. You know, at some point in time, you got to think about guys have just as much to do with it as a female does. Because you got a lot of guys that's out there now. They call themselves men, and they not. They don't want to. They don't want to
yeah
work. They want to lay up under the woman that has a job. They want to stay home and be the at-home person
The
and drive around and
the
pick up other women in their car.
there's
that
a
is
there's
true.
a there's a
And I can't
That's
terminology.
true.
stand that.
Hold on. There's a terminology for that on YouTube. They're called hobosexuals. They lay up
Yeah,
Yeah,
hobosexuals.
I can't stand dudes like that
I can't
that
stand
won't
them.
even leave some work.
I got my
Yeah,
yeah
I got
yeah.
syndrome, bro.
Amon, go.
huh?
Amon, you had something to say? You were trying to
Yeah,
say something when
I kind of want to establish something real quick so that the conversation doesn't get out of whack constantly. We can do. We should have it to where we can raise our hands and it'll go in order. Whoever raised their hands to the person.
I don't think
So
people can see that feature.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like the thing is with me, let me just say this. I totally agree because they have some dudes with bitch tendencies, like I say. And a lot of these dudes do not understand the concept of going out there and working and try to make ends meet. You feel me? And I blame that on their upbringing because a lot of these dudes in 2021, a lot of them want to be dope boys, rappers, gangsters,
Yeah.
thugs, and you ain't cut like that because one of my partners from high school, and I went to scholarship before I went to mentorship a child. Me and him we used to be cool. His parents were, I had both my parents in my life. He had both his parents in his life. His daddy and stuff is still living. My daddy passed away when I first entered high school. So me and him was recently talking, and this nigga can't keep a job, staying with his mama, being a dumbass. You feel me? He wants to be a gangster and he wants to be a rapper. But bro, you grew
you
up in
can't.
a two-parent household. Both your parents were there. Both of your parents gave you the world and try to just basically show you that there's another way. And like,
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean
Hold on, go Amon, go.
no,
I've been. So look, there's a lot of things there's a lot. There's so many factors that play in effect. All right, so for him, you called him a dumbass. He's ignorant. I wouldn't call him a dumbass. I wouldn't say he has a little IQ because everybody got the same brain. Everybody was created the same way. For
There is scientific proof that intelligence is hereditary. So, but I know what you mean though.
yeah, but
Oh
Amon,
no,
everybody
let him
has
finish.
the
Let
same,
him finish. Let him finish.
everybody has the same capability. All
Okay, that's
right.
better.
All right. Whether it is you are whether you have to work harder than the next person, be smarter than the next person. That's up to you whether you have the hustle in you to do that.
That's a good
When it
point.
comes to this person that Tim is talking about, even though he was raised in a two-parent household, his parents might not have been instilling certain morals into him.
true.
It's also on the parents' job to teach the child or teach the one coming up on common morals, not even just common morals, like morals humane morals, humane everyday morals that are lost whenever you grow up, whenever you get older. Because
Okay,
Yeah.
as you get older, you experience some stuff that makes you more heartless or
I feel you.
or less compassionate. So he's going by your friend or whatever. He's going by stuff that he sees on Instagram, stuff that he sees on social media, what his friends say, how his friends say he should treat women. That's what a lot of these guys are going off of. They don't have the correct guidance. A lot of guys don't have correct guidance. A lot of guys don't even know where the hell they came from. So,
I can feel you. I feel you on that because though I feel like in his situation was he was spoiled too much. You feel me? His parents didn't give him the opportunity to go out there and work for something, try to earn it. His parents didn't make him do none of that. And I feel you coming from, and I completely agree with him on. But you have to understand, bro. You have to come to a decision at your own point. Your parents ain't always gonna be on this earth to teach you certain stuff. They're not gonna always be here to hold your hand. So you have to go up and be a man. My mom, when I was 16 years old, my pops passed away. My pops passed away probably in July, and I came around and made 16 in February, a few months later. And I knew around 16 I needed my own job because I'm not trying to. I didn't have to take care of my mom or nothing like that. So let me not say it. But I knew I wanted the new J's. I knew I wanted to keep up with the same image or the same stuff that my dad gave me before he passed away. Because my dad never cared about name brand clothing, but we always cared about name brand tennis shoes. You feel me? I was just a sneakerhead. But I grew up.
Do you know why it's that?
I grew up.
Do you know why it's that?
Oh yeah, I know why it's that, sir. And the reason why I grew up with a household that a lazy man shouldn't eat. I always grew up with a lazy. If you want something, you have to go 10 times harder to get it. And when you get it, cherish it, keep it, try to add to it. You feel me?
Or you can go 10 times to make yourself more money.
True.
I mean, if you're gonna talk hustle, you hustle for something that's gonna make you money. Don't hustle for something that's gonna sit there and look at you every day.
Yeah, but I was 16 at that time, Amon. You have to understand, I was 16, no real responsible. You feel me? I just wanted some J's, and I
now when it comes to I know we jumping all around on the subject. We're talking about how love.
For real, like, hey, but look, like I say, I'm listening to everybody coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to taking everything in. But I feel like for the most part, you know what I'm saying, you gotta find yourself first. You know,
I'm glad you say that, Ladarian.
Despite, you know what I'm saying, like I said, we all on the phone, and it's like we're 5 or 6 on the phone. So I mean, we all have different, you know what I'm saying, situations. Like, your daddy might have been in your life. My daddy probably ain't never been in my life.
Well, that's the point, right? That's the point right there. That's the point right there. Why I decided to do that.
You got it.
Well,
all right.
That is the point.
Like I say,
the fact of the matter is
hold on, Cooper. Hold on.
Listen to me, bro. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, Jeffrey, that's my little brother. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we had the same daddy, but like I say, everybody had their own situation. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta find yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Just like homie talking about, you know what I'm saying, with the J's and all that. I mean, don't sit up there, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep up with the Jones. But if you can afford that, buy that. You know what I'm saying? Because you here today, and tomorrow you can be gone.
All right, but
I don't care how much money you got in your account or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
let me take the wheel of this for a second. Hold on, let me take a wheel. Because we gotta stay on subject. My second question is, do you think? Well, I think we already discussed this, but do you think external factors have had an effect on how relationships are viewed? By that, I was talking about TV, social media, commercials, TikTok, for God's sake.
I feel because bro, they got this. I remember what couple now is the hottest couple, Cardi B and Offset, or Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London. Women want a man like Nipsey Hussle that was a street nigga, smart, intelligent, and I gotta say a very respectable black man in the community. You feel me? I understood that he came from that crippin' lifestyle because I used to listen to Nipsey before he died.
I'm gonna just say this. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you, women's quintessential archetype of what kind of man they. What is the name of that? Who is Omar Hardwick's character on that show on Showtime on Stars? What is his name? It's like.
You mean Ghost?
Yeah, that is the quintessential archetype of what women want. They want a man who knows how to code switch professionally, but also have the edge to him.
That's Nipsey Hussle, though, bro.
It is so hard to match it all. Look, whenever
Well, we're
if
not
you are a
perfect, so.
smart man, if you are a smart man, very smart, one moment you can be what women desire most, and then the next moment when you got them, you switch up to somebody actual man. Like you thought you was getting a thug today, or now you got a man. All right, like,
I I
Yeah.
feel you on that because
that because it's just all of it is just a fad. By the time they hit 30, they're not gonna even want that no more.
true.
Yeah,
I
All
for
of
can't
it,
real.
lie.
all
Hey,
of
real
that.
talk, real talk, real talk, real talk.
I,
Yeah,
I, I, I had told that
I
to
respect
Tim
it.
earlier, I believe. It basically
And
it's basically how women at 16 when you're 8 years old and you want a bicycle versus when you're 30 years old and an 800
Yeah.
credit score
All of
makes
it,
you feel like you're on freaking cloud nine.
all
okay,
of it, just maturity, sexually and emotionally. Women mature faster than men. However, the maturity rate between just logic is solely dependent on the person and what they went through throughout life.
that is true.
So
Yeah,
if
I say their responsibility comes with it too. It'll show how much a mature person you are by
yeah,
the responsibility you carry.
The
that
way
too.
the way I feel too about when it comes to women too, like I feel like the good guy is still to this day because I'm gonna keep it real. My big problem when it comes to women, when it comes to me dating, I'm gonna just throw a little personal fact out. I feel like I'm being used or overlooked. You feel me? Because I feel like a woman will not appreciate me for what I'm trying to do, or she'll try to come use me for my resources. You feel me? I'm
But
not
that's your
saying I'm
personal
rich.
I
problem.
see.
That's not like a
Just
personal
like you
problem,
just,
bro. That's your
Right.
personal
yeah,
problem.
just like you just said, bro.
Hold
Just
on,
like you
hold on.
just
That's how you
said, bro.
feel.
Nah,
I
you,
don't.
just like you just said though. You man, weigh your options out. Don't just, you know what I'm saying, bite on the first one. Man, weigh
I
your
know.
options out.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's what we keep
I
trying to
spread.
tell them.
I spread them out.
Man, wait, hey, I promise you, dog. Like I say, I mean, I'm 30, and like I say, and I ain't, you know, thank God I made it to see 30. You know, just like homie was just talking about. You know what I'm saying? By the time you get 30, bro, you don't. A lot of the stuff you was doing when you were 22, 23, you don't even want to do that no more. But weigh your options out. I promise you. Like I say, I won't. Like I say, them Jeffrey, my little brother, and I love him. You know what I'm saying? And any, you know what I'm saying, any advice that he need, and like I said, I done been through it. Oh, he gonna have it.
Cause
You know what I'm saying? So I promise.
cause
Hey, look, hey, listen to me, Jeff. Hey, listen to me. But like I say, weigh your options out, bro, and I promise you gonna find the one. I promise you. Hey, they ain't just like they say they got. Just like women say the same thing we saying. They be like, oh, ain't no more good niggas out there. We like, ain't no more good women out there. But I'm telling you, weigh your options out, and you gonna run into it. I promise. They feel the same way we feel.
I feel you because, like Big Brother, the thing is with me,
Women and guys are the same way. They are like
yeah,
magnets, opposite attracts.
Yeah, yeah. You
true,
right. You
and
right.
like,
And just like
thank you,
and
Mr.
just
Coop.
like opposite attracts, can nobody say the next person is better than the next person? It all
That is
You
pertains
right.
to the way a
You
person
right.
thinks.
You
true.
right. You
And the
right. But you
thing
right
is
about
with
that
me
too.
though is I feel like I do weigh my options out. Like I'm like how I say I'm a bachelor, man. I got my own crib, I got my own stuff,
you
and
boast
I don't
about
really
that too much.
no, I don't even tell women that I got my own shit.
That
But
do.
the fact of the matter is, like when I try to approach them and they see me being nice, they take it for weakness. You feel me? They take it for he a nice guy. So let me see, can I borrow $20 from him or
No,
$30
no,
from him?
There's
Yeah.
that
women.
is that.
Yeah.
Then stop
You,
dealing with them
Hold
then.
on,
I
Amon,
block.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amon,
Yeah.
go. Go,
all right,
Amon.
so you talking about some, you talking about some, man. When I try to be nice to them, they don't want to fuck with me. If they don't want to fuck with you, nigga, let them go. Let them leave.
That's
They
what
got
I've
Mm.
been doing. I'm not saying I
and
keep them. I never keep them. I let them fly. But the thing is, it really pisses me off.
even
Every
though
female.
even look, it might take you years. It might take you months. It may take you some time to actually see one that's genuine. But when you see one that's genuine, don't turn that one down because some fine ass girl just walked past you over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You gotta keep that close.
Yeah.
You know, I'm listening to everybody that's on the phone and that's on this podcast. And the one thing that all y'all is not understanding is all y'all are still young. I don't see where
Yeah.
anybody is rushing to get into a relationship.
Not
You
really.
have time and you have life to
Hey,
live.
I'm in
And
one.
right
I'm in
now,
one.
you know,
I'll be the first to say,
No,
as a
people used
person
to.
on the, oh, hold on, as a person with the least experience when it comes to relationships, mostly because I've told Mr. Scott and Williams that I'm not ready for a relationship because I have a lot of other stuff that I have planned right now. So,
I can't lie.
and the thing about it is, not saying at all, but sometimes women can be a distraction to you valuing your own purpose in life. And that's not a bad thing having company around. But the thing about it is, it depends on if you're a person who's like to be independent. But I personally prefer to deal in my work because my work is my purpose.
Let me get the
a
floor real
per-
quick after you finish.
Who said it? Who wants the floor?
All right, that was me.
Okay, go ahead.
So, um, just because let's say I'm 21. Obviously, I'm not old. I'm not, I'm still very young. However, I don't, I don't want to go, into mistakes that I have made in the past again. Yeah, I tried on fixing mistakes that I've made in the past. Now, if you want to know my views as of like on the relationship wise, like what views I have on relationships, being a young millennial. Hello?
Oh,
Okay, being a young millennial, um, my
Put
my
yourself up,
views
Mills.
have,
Oh, Darren. I'm gonna mute you up, Darren.
all right. You got two aspects to a relationship. You have communication. Yeah, everybody says communication is key, but nobody understands the understanding. Nobody catches understanding as the other half. You got 50-50. It's one thing to communicate. It's another thing to understand what was just communicated. And what I mean by that is some people will say, "Oh, if women would stop wanting guys sagging pants and all this other stuff, then then guys would fix their act." Well, it's also on the guys too. If we set the stage, if we set the stage to be providers and men and a certain way, then you'll have a certain class of women come to you.
The thing about it is,
So
with that
where
situation respect is a two-way street. It
Yo,
depends. Hold on, Tim. The thing about it is respect. The thing about it is depending on the kind of people they've been around determines about the kind of respect they will show to that specific person.
all the ones that don't show, like, it's not your job to go into a relationship trying to fix something.
Absolutely.
Okay? That's just that's just kind of, that's a choice. That is if you want to do that, if you want to help them, if you want to be the father figure that they never had, and if they're willing to listen to you and they see something in you, they have to see something in you first. They got to see a man in you first. If they don't see a man in you, ain't no way in hell they're gonna give you any of the respect. So they see a man in you and you're willing to be a father figure and they're willing to listen, then yeah, there's room for change. However, you know, uh, if it's not, if you don't feel like doing it, it's not your job to do it. Don't do it. You fix your shit. Get
no,
on. Get on.
that's the wrong way of thinking. That's the wrong
Huh?
way of thinking. As for this relationship and as for this women, and as for this relationship and dealing with women with kids, all the time you don't have to be the biological father. But
I didn't say all the time. I did not
I
say all
don't know
the time.
about that.
I said that is a
Cooper, I
choice.
gotta disagree. I gotta disagree. They
Now,
gotta
if she
see.
got kids and you talking about, hey, let me be
you
your
just
man.
no,
Hold on, Cooper.
if you
Hold on, Cooper.
decide,
Hold on, Cooper. Hold on. Let him finish.
if she got kids and you talking about let me be your man, the man is provided. Man, take care of them. You gotta take the whole baggage. If you're gonna take the piece of pie, you gotta take the shit that come with it.
I mean, yeah, I understand that part. But me personally, I wouldn't really get involved with a woman who might have her own, kids. That's
Me
a pre
either.
that's already pre-made family.
Me personally, I wouldn't do anything like that. I wouldn't want to go and be like, man, let me be your like, oh man, I'm gonna take care of your kids, like, cause they're not mine. That's just not me. That's not somebody I am. I'm taking care of my biological own.
Paul, you can go in, you can say your piece. Okay. Well, okay.
As far as biological kids and taking care of other people's kids, I'ma say this. It takes a village to raise a family. Now, kids don't ask who their parents are, and kids don't have a decision on who their parents are. You have parents that do, you have parents that don't. You have a parent that won't take care of their own kids, but they'll take care of somebody else's. But regardless of the fact, when you accept that woman, you have to accept that child. And who's to say, one day you might be without a job, and the person that you with don't want to be with you because you don't have a job. Somebody gonna have to raise them.
If you're smart,
You might not say, well, I don't want to be with her, and you choose not to even take care of your kids anymore. So that's the decision for that person at that time. But being a man consists of not worrying about what the next person has going on. Being a man consists of taking care of his responsibilities and taking care of the things that he chooses to take care and do. If you're gonna be a parent and you're gonna be a responsible person, you can't worry about what the woman did in the past or what the guy did in the past, because at the end of the day, everybody has skeletons in their closet.
My whole thing with that is, what if the thing about it is you're doing your part to take care of the kid, but the thing about it is your part with her is you, in her eyes, you're not enough.
Your choice. It's your choice.
Okay,
Your
that
choice,
is.
but at the same time, you got to understand.
that's
One
all
day
you with her or not.
as far as kids, you gonna have to understand. If you have a child and somebody don't have, and you have a child with somebody else and they already have kids and you treat that child wrong, you're gonna have to think about one day the shoe gonna, or you gonna wear that same shoe. You ain't gonna want nobody to mistreat your child. So a lot of things that y'all saying, you got to be mindful of the way you think and the way you think about a woman, because a woman and a guy, I'm telling you, you got to
Hold on, continue, Paul.
understand the situations. Everybody have a situation and everybody goes through things. So at the end of the day, you gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days. But when you're dealing with a man or a woman, it's all about communication. So
That is true.
you
But
get in a
cool.
relationship with somebody
It's
that
not
already have
communication
kids.
means nothing if you don't understand. You can communicate all you want. If the other person can't comprehend what you're trying to communicate to them,
But you have to break it down.
communication literally just means
It ain't no such thing that you can't break it down and talk to a person. That's called communication.
There are
Yeah,
people
but
who like to
cool.
gaslight things, though.
no,
There are
no, no,
people
no,
who
no,
are
no, no,
hard to
no.
understand.
No, hold on there. You can break it down all you want. If somebody want to act stupid and act like they don't understand, that's
Yeah,
where the
cause I'm not
understanding
gonna
is.
lie, Amon's kind of right on that one. Because even
For
having
real.
conversations with Regina, like on some of the stuff that she's done that like I just like generally just didn't appreciate. Like I try to talk to her about it, and I tell you guys sometimes she go into this mode where she's just has complete amnesia, and she act as if she doesn't
Clear as
know
fucking day.
what I'm talking about at all.
It could be clear as
She
day.
don't have an amnesia. She just choose. say something different. She don't want to hear. Some people don't like to admit when they're wrong. That's all
what the
that is.
understanding is.
Okay, Mr. Cool, can I ask you a quick question? Okay, I got a situation that happened to me last year, and Jeff know about it, and Xavier know about it. I was with this young lady, and I explained to this young lady, I'm starting off a brand new job, and
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna no, Jeff, don't say nothing about it. I was starting a new job, and they told me don't date her, but I gave her a chance because everybody deserves a chance. And I was starting a new job, and I was making damn good money, decent
Oh
money.
my God.
And basically, she turned around after I explained to her talking about Bay. I said, Bay, make a list. Whatever you want to do for the summertime, I will make it happen.
Oh
Whatever
my
you want to do.
God.
Yeah. She ended up cheating on me, and I communicated with her completely and told her what the situation was. And then when I got on her ass about cheating, she sat around here and told me, oh, I forced her to do it because I wouldn't give her no time. So comprehension skills, some people, you can try to explain it and try to give it to them. People are just stupid. You can't always do that to people. You feel me?
Now look, you can now
My opinion on that.
that's an interesting point that you pointed out, Timothy. But now one thing you can't do is everybody want to talk about being a man and stuff like that. Look, another
No,
thing.
the thing is, I'm gonna pause you on that because the thing is
Hello?
Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
the
Hold on,
individual
he's back.
that he chose. That's basically what it is. The individual that he chose. Some people they call themselves saying things, but they just basically making an excuse. It's something that they already wanted to do.
Look,
It
when
doesn't mean that you
somebody do
did
something like
something
cheating,
wrong. You
when
know,
somebody do something like cheating,
I'm gonna say
it
this.
takes
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
True.
I'm gonna say
True.
it's all mean, but it's fact. You know, her, you know, her, she's one of them women that you can't give an option to where you can not work and do whatever you want. You giving her option.
True.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
take your
that's a
ass to
good
work.
point.
Guess what? You need to keep your mind on having things to do. So yeah, take your ass to work. It's not
well,
no you
my
could
dad always told me
you could
that always this is something that's always taught. You
still
never want to
tell her
let
to
your
go out.
woman.
That is true because I can't lie. I gave her a chance when Xavier and Jeff told me don't do it. If I was gonna deal with her, just smash and dash because she had how to say an image of what she thought a relationship was. She thought that she want a nigga. I mean, a dude. I'm sorry for saying nigga. She want a dude that will be up under her 24/7. I'm not
Yeah,
like
a
that.
woman.
It's
I gotta
she an attention hook.
I gotta get up and go to
So
work.
she was used to a guy not doing anything at all. That's basically what you're saying.
A bump.
She didn't want a good guy. Good
That's
guys
what
from
that's.
this lady.
Keep trying to tell you, Tim.
True.
Trying to tell
And the
you,
man
Tim.
of the hour is coming.
That's why
If it
you're
was,
not
if
able
it
to do what you want to do because you
Let me
got to
talk for a
work.
if it
second.
was a
There's
real
shit
woman,
you got to do.
Let me talk for a
if
second.
it was a real woman, hey, there's a silver lining in every cloud. She just happened to be not one of them. They got some women that'll stand by your side and do that. They got a lot of them. They ain't worried about that. They just caught up in the moment.
No, I'm gonna
True.
tell you this now. No,
What up?
this is something that all men need to understand. Whatever happened in your last relationship, do not harbor those
Bible, you're
feelings
gonna have to
and that
mute up, man.
resentment.
Somebody gonna have to mute.
Thank
All
you.
right. Whatever happened, listen. This is something that all men need to understand. Whatever happened in the previous relationships, do not hold that resentment and emotion going forward into the next one. Especially if it's a brand new that you need to treat that as a whole, as an actual different person, and not treating it as, oh, she gonna treat me like the rest, like the other ones that.
Yeah, but Amon, I grew up and I'm matured. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just looking for a friend with a benefit. You feel me? I'm 23. I'm about to be 24 in 2 weeks. I don't want that. Right now, I don't feel like it's the best time for me to be in a relationship. I feel like I'm not ready to settle down with somebody. I still want to, I still want to be the bachelor
I get what
lifestyle.
you mean.
And sometimes I do think about, oh yeah, I feel lonely. It's something I feel like I should jump into a relationship. But sometimes I feel that way. But most of the time, it's just how I'm supposed to say. I want to just have sex. You feel me? I don't want to actually be with one of them.
And
You
that's
feel me?
normal. That's
And I
okay.
feel like and I feel like a lot of times if I go at a woman like that, she will be mad. But a lot of women have told me that I showed them a lot more respect for not just basically leading them on with a bunch
Another
of
thing,
bullshit.
you can't let your view on women, because you're gonna attract what you're looking for. You cannot construe your view on women because right now you're trying to looking for a bust a nut, and all the ones that wanna bust it with you are a bunch of trash ass women that don't want to treat men right.
And I know that. And I left all my pain, my animosity in that
Blame it on
last
all the
relationship.
women.
Not all women are the same, and I know that for a fact. But I'm just speaking from a point of view of my experience, because not all my relationships were bad. Not all the women I dealt with were bad. I'm just saying it was a bunch of me being immature, being young, not really knowing some things, still being fresh to the game. You feel me? I wasn't as seasoned as I was now that when I was 16, 19, 20, 21, 22 and
All right.
23.
I get you. All right, well, let's stay back on top again. My third question is, what do you believe has led for Gen Z and the millennials? What do you believe has led to the fall of marriage?
Oh, basically when social media and all these sex workers came up,
Well,
because it's more easier to rent the
Parents,
Lambo than to buy the
parents not
Lambo.
being in the home.
it's not a fall.
Repeat that, Marmon. Aim, Amon.
It's not so much a fall as it is a
What?
decline. There's been a decline
Well,
in marriage.
yeah, well, that's a big decline because it went for it started off as 15.5%. So now it's at 6.7.
Because the thing is, I have to
That's a
say,
pretty big decline.
yeah, I'm gonna say the big thing that really caused this is making sex has became more accessible and love has got more hard to find, because it's more easier. Like I keep telling people, it's more easier to rent a Lambo than to actually buy a Lambo. And with that
I
being
would
said,
not rent a Lambo.
it's
I would buy it.
no. But I'm just saying, if it's like the cost of ownership of a Lambo is high, but that's what I was trying to explain. What I was saying though, bro, is you have to understand when it comes to females and stuff, pussy is so easy to get. It's more easier to go and tell this girl I want to spread your legs open and bust you up than actually take her out on a dinner and actually get the door. It's actually harder to do that because these women come with a mindset that's really fucking stupid. You feel me? Like it's hard for me to explain it.
Now, that's most of the women from the broken household. Because you got two different types. You got two different types of women. Is
Bible, can you turn down your
I don't see
television?
why.
Bible.
I don't see why you now people tell me all the time, like, I try to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. I try to do everything perfect. Like, well, not everything. I try to do the things that pertain to my growth perfectly, and just life in general perfectly. Because honestly, you only got one shot. So, um, in this, when you look at the idea, the stereotype of a perfect man in a woman's eye, there's no clear picture. Because some women want thug niggas, some women want successful men.
Well, that's because the
Some women
definition of
want money.
perfection is subjective.
Some now, this being the case is why, like, they have some cold people, some cold men out there, bro. Not cold as in bad. I mean cold as in like just good at reading. All right. If you looking for a relationship, wise, we talking about marriage. So Tim, you talking about strictly marriage. You always resort going back to. I was just trying to bust a nut. We're not talking about that.
I understand that.
In the case of marriage,
No, Amon, this is not what I'm trying to say.
it would be
Hold on.
in the case of in the ideal of marriage. At the perfect man will understand the woman at the first sentence. The perfect man, you want to talk about like a cold ass motherfucker. He will understand what that woman wants with the first sentence. With the first, how she talks, how she abbreviates her words, what she wears. Look at her clothing. Look at her. See how her hair is looking. How does she present herself? Does she present herself with self-respect, or does she present herself like she ain't got no home training? You'll know whether or not this girl's quality or not just by looking at her.
I feel you because the
I
thing
know,
is,
and that's the thing I try to get at. Like just upon like the few couple of minutes of you interacting with the person, you should know how the person is.
I can't lie.
So really, Tim, that's all you have to do.
No, I can't
If
lie.
you're trying to find someone,
A
to be
sentence
with, you
says
got to pay attention to that first, to how they act with you.
a sentence says 1,000 words basically, and I can understand that. Thing about it is, well, as a stated before, as a person who's not had that many relationships, I'm one of those people. I prefer to observe before I actually interact when it comes to dealing with finding somebody. Because with me personally, I don't know, marriage for me, it used to be a goal. Thing about it is, with the way that this environment of people is being altered, it makes people feel, not just men but women too. It makes it feel like that might be an unachievable, effort.
Yeah, and like I
Yeah,
was trying to
it's
say,
very slim. It's
you
very
gotta understand.
slim, but if you make a go ahead, Tim.
Oh, Amon, this is not what I'm trying to say. It's not about busting or fucking all the time, and I understand that. But you gotta understand, it's like a running gag. When a marriage is mostly for women, it's not for men. It doesn't benefit the men
Nah,
in
nah,
no
nah. That's
type
not
of
true.
way.
That's not
Oh,
true.
hold on,
That's
man.
not true.
Because when you were 60 years old, on the verge of dying by yourself, you gonna wish.
But bro, I'm gonna die by myself regardless if I'm married or not, or have
Mar-
somebody by
mar-
my
marriage, marriage, in my definition, is a way to establish a family unit
I'm gonna tell
to
you what.
increase hold on to increase and make a more fertile legacy for oneself.
Hey, bro, I agree with that 100%. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what I view marriage as, real quick. It's short and simple. It's your legacy. You want to have a family? You want your kids to have a families too? You want to pass down the legacy on down? Something that's gonna be there after you die? There you go. Go ahead and make it Bible.
Bible, do you have any words to say?
Yeah, on why marriages don't last anymore.
I was saying, what was the cause of the decline in marriage?
Because God and the Word of God isn't in it anymore.
Elaborate.
There's
Elaborate. Hold on, Tim.
there's no morals, there's no standards, and there's no foundation for the marriage to be built on. It's all about money and status, and a marriage can't last on just that.
Word of God is how do I explain it? When it comes to religion, you have certain factors that take place. I'm Islamic, and there's a few reasons why I'm Islamic. One, I grew up Christian But I grew up Christian and Islamic. Grew up in that type of household. Two different religions that
Chris
always
Long.
battle with each other for whatever reason.
Did you say Chris Long?
Chris Long, man.
Oh my god,
I'm Chris Long, brother.
It is dope.
I'm Chris Long.
that's funny.
So, I take Islam more seriously, however, because way back when we first got taken to America on slave ships and stuff like that, there was two types of black people. There's black people that are already here, Native American, and there's black people that was taken from Africa. They gave out Christianity. They gave out Bibles. When they took us here, they forced us into that religion.
True.
They forced that religion onto us.
He ain't
And
lying.
the way heaven and hell was used, it was used as a obeying mechanism. Hey, you're gonna go ahead and listen to your master. That type of thing. That's where that originated. For for Arabic, for the Islamic religion, that originated in somewhere in the Middle East. I don't know. I'm more educated on Christianity because I've been around that more than Islam. But I take Islam more.
I know a lot about Christianity. Christianity was brought upon the slavery to basically keep the slaves under control. And basically, your native religion in Africa, it has no religion. It's just they believed in spirits. They believed in the sun spirit, the grass spirit. They believe in stuff like
That's
that.
also Native American too, but it didn't work too well when they
I
tried
don't know
to.
what they believed in, Tim, because you wasn't there. Nobody knows what they actually believed in because the school system, you can't really go by stuff like that. You can't really say,
No. It ain't about it's about self-research, but the reason why,
Yeah, you'd never learn that in school.
it's
History starts off
self-research.
with slavery and then goes
School
on.
doesn't teach you anything anyway.
Yeah, it's self-research, and basically, if you read your Christian book, a Christian basically, if you read the Bible, I'm sorry, the Bible
Christian book,
states that.
what book you reading, bro?
No, listen, if you read your Bible, the Bible states that a woman is a helper towards a man, and a man is the leader of the household. Them roles have switched in modern day society. A woman can do it just as much what a man can do, if not better, if not more or better. You feel me? The roles in society are switching, and people are so fucking confused on a lot of stuff. That's why marriage is not lasting. Marriage is not lasting due to the fact that
You can't.
people
Oh,
are.
really? A woman can do anything. Can she stick 2 donuts on a dick? No, she
Yeah,
can't.
but
Let me
bro,
tell you
it's not.
something. If women could do, if women were meant to do certain things, why is there two different leagues for basketball? Why can't women just play in the same basketball league as men?
Yeah,
Pause.
but bro,
They'll get
you
slaughtered.
gotta understand. If you really sit down and talk to a few of the feminists and stuff that I talked to before, and I'm not trying to defend them and say they were right, but you have to understand that a woman has taken over the role of a man, taking over leading the household. Men don't know how to be men no more.
Well, the thing
Men
about
do
it
not.
is,
No, exactly. Jeff, can I say one last thing? Men are no longer financially independent. Men are not more stable. Men don't work on their mental health. They don't work on their physical health, like their hearts and everything.
well,
Men are
the
dying
thing
of
about it is
heart.
that's not entirely
True.
women's fault. That's
It's
not
not
entirely
entirely
women.
the fault. That's men.
Thing about it
We
is
dropped the ball.
some women have had no choice but to take up the father role in the household
Yeah,
because
we we
they're
have
not
dropped the ball with
there's
that.
no man there.
Take care of themselves. Some of them have been abused by their own father, so
Yeah.
you can't really take that against them when they don't test your ass.
Yeah,
Another
but
thing is
bro,
that
you have to understand that as a man, I'm gonna speak up for. I might be downing us a little bit, but a lot of us as young men, especially young black men, have dropped the ball.
Elaborate.
a lot of
Hold
black
on.
men
Oh,
are dropping.
let him elaborate on that. Hold on. What do
Let
you
me
mean by?
elaborate. Let me say by dropping the ball. We don't know. We don't want to work. We don't want our own places. We live with our mama. I'm nothing wrong with living with your mama and stacking your bread and working a job. But when you just sit at home, smoke weed, play 2K, talk on the phone, do dumb shit, act like a complete child again, a
Okay.
lot of us have the mindset. And let me finish? Give me like 1 minute. A lot of young black men have no get up and go to them. You have to get up, man. I work 2 jobs. You got to get it, especially you being black. You have to work 10 times as harder because you're living in a white man world that any given point of time they can take you out of and they will be defended and they will paint you out to be the worst person on this fucking earth. And so as a man, I feel like it's my duty to basically be the best for myself, for my family, and for anybody I associate myself with. And the woman that I want has to do the same. I'm gonna have to lead her and make her understand that, babe, we have to work together as a unit. This is a team effort. One of us can't be lacking. When one of us
Hold
lacking, we
on,
can
hold
make
on.
the other one. You feel
My
me?
thing about it is, what percentage of men are not doing that?
A lot of men ain't doing that because a lot of men don't know how to.
Let's talk
Amar,
about black men.
we're still on the
All
subject
right.
of relationships, though.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
The
Well,
relationship.
we're talking about the
Hold on.
decline of marriage. We're talking about the decline of marriages in America. We're talking about the decline of marriages. Are we specifically talking about all marriages or just black
We're
marriages?
talking about all marriages right
White
now.
men are getting divorced too.
About all marriages.
Yeah,
Talk
but
about all marriages.
white men are getting back with their exes though.
True, black men ain't doing that.
White men have white privilege, so it's not
Text
even
you act like you ain't pick up your
those
phone.
numbers like that.
And the movie just
Most
ended.
people, most white people grew up in privileged households. I'm saying most, not all of them, but most of them grew up privileged. Most of them had a mother and a father, and most of them are going to go find themselves a wife and live the rest of their life with a family. That's how that is. Now, 6%. I'm thinking, and I'm looking at either. I'm honestly looking at the black community. I feel like those numbers are just pulled from the black community. Ain't no 6% of America is married. Like there's more than that. It's more. It's a higher percentage, and
What
you know,
percentage is that you say?
that 6% that is married in America, the whole country, bro, there's more people married than that.
Yeah, I didn't say 6.7%. I said the decline number has went down for it. I didn't say like it was 6%.
Okay, if that's the case, in that case,
I
then
said that that's the number
I'm
that it went. I said the number of people getting married has decreased. I didn't say the exact number of how many people are married.
I don't know that. So, um, he was talking that the reason why marriage is declining because men dropping the ball. All right, and he explained why he said that men was dropping the ball. In the case of black men, though, you can't put everybody in the same box. We still got racism going on in this country. You can't put black people and white people in the same box of why the is going down because white people grew up in a different type of household than black people. Most white people grew up in a different type of household. Most white people grew up privileged. This is uh it don't, you kind of get where I'm coming from
I
on that.
understand.
Yeah.
All right. Not only that, so being that's the case, being we cannot put them in the same box. I'm gonna specifically talk about black men. All right, black men, we, as providers, I think that I was brought up that black men are providers. The women are caretakers. They are the emotions. The men are the logic. That's why we are the providers. This is what we make decisions. We head of the household. It's because judgment calls. Um, you don't let your women go fight. Uh, what else? So one of the bigger reasons I feel that black men are kind of underperforming right now. I'm not gonna say the whole thing. I'm just saying we don't. They just the whole black community. We don't have enough guidance. We don't have enough guidance. Good guidance. Well, I'm saying good guidance and good morals.
I'm gonna make a topic discussion about how the black community can be rectified and restituted in a later date.
All right, yeah, we can
Yeah.
talk about that same date then. Um, but if you want to know how I feel about the decline in marriages,
Mhm.
I feel like it's
And
the
you're gonna be the
entertainment.
last person for that subject because I got one more question and then we'll be done.
I feel like it's the entertainment industry because they do it on purpose. They systematically do that to black people, and I feel like because of the entertainment industry, it's moved on to uh your peer groups. All right. So at first it was just the entertainment industry. Now it's the entertainment industry and your peer group. Both of them are talking in each other's ears and causing people to follow these stereotypes. Man, you ain't cool if you ain't do this shit. You ain't gonna, you ain't gonna get no pussy. You don't do this. Don't do this. Do this. Do this. And the women go along with it and say, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want.
Well, you think about it is, I think that has to do with the psychological thing because when women, especially black women, are trendsetters. So they move with the environment, the social environment.
Well, we talking about in a certain age group too. You got a young age group, 18 and 20 something. All right. Uh, most people after a certain age they get married. Okay, let's say they get to 30. Mm, it's just kind of decline. Then they get divorced. All that mess happens and stuff like that. You you really just got a lack of morals and understanding. That's the main deal. You got a lack of men understanding how to be men and women understanding how to be women.
Okay then. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask the final question, and then I'll ask you all the final thoughts. The last question is it pertains mostly to polygamy and monogamy. Do you and hookup culture? Do you think hookup culture has had an effect on how relationships have been employed in the last maybe 2 years?
Most
Yes.
definitely.
And I want here. Oh, Jesus, he's not. Bible, can you give your perspective on this?
Can you ask the question again?
Do you believe hookup culture has had an effect on how relationships are built nowadays?
Hookup culture by what? OnlyFans?
But it's basically basically Tinder bed swapping.
Oh, oh man. Oh.
Give your perspective on that, X.
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I have like mixed feelings about it. It can go either way.
I
Bible.
feel that hookup culture did affect it because due to the fact of sex being more accessible, making it more easy and more accessible, love is a lot harder to find. Because you're gonna have to weave through a bunch of holes and a bunch of thoughts in order to find that right, genuine girl. And that's gonna take a long, long, long time. Due to the fact of the matter is you don't know who's really about what they say is. You don't know who's telling the truth. You don't know. It's like taking a risk. It's a gamble. You're rolling the dice, and that's the way I feel about it. It's like I feel like every time I get with a girl or I talk to a girl, I'm taking a risk. Because love, I can understand it's a challenge and yeah, and all the other good stuff, but it's like it's hard, bro.
Bible.
Yeah. So I think if you participate in it in the first place, you don't want a relationship anyway. And by the time you do want one, you probably gonna be around 30, 35. It's gonna be too far by then because you all mentally messed up and everything.
I got some smoke. That's why we'll try to get you to not date some of the girls that you date, because I
Yeah,
don't want your mental.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want your mental being messed up, and then you
We
do finally meet like a really good girl, but
we
then
do it out of love. Mon, your perspective. Are you finished, Bible?
Yeah.
Repeat the question real quick for me.
I said, do you believe hookup culture has? Do you believe that hookup culture has had an effect on relationships in the last 2 years?
Uh, it certainly has. Um, that's kind of like a that's a unanimous yes from everybody. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody believes that hookup culture has had an effect on relationships because you get used to um wanting to feel pleasure rather than actually getting to know someone else. And hookup culture been around since
Since the sexual revolution in the '60s.
pretty much, prostitution.
around longer than that. Hookup culture has been around since like way that is not you
Maybe since
wouldn't
they first
uh
brothel in the 1600 1500s.
I think
Brothel.
it's
now
been
since
around
it
since the
became
beginning of
popular
time, really.
it
Pete,
became popular within the after the 1950s. That's when
yeah,
hookup culture became popular.
yeah,
When people
yeah,
actually started doing that
yeah. I
became
said,
a stigma to
yeah, because
as being something that
you know, yeah, with hookup culture in the 50s and 60s. That was about like which it all started. Because apparently, for some reason, now there's virgin shaming, which I find quite appalling.
What?
Virgin shaming. Look it up.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin. Honestly, I wish I was still a virgin.
Okay, I'm happy that I'm not a virgin, but there's nothing wrong with being a virgin.
Capping that. Capping. Look at you.
Bible, did you have? Well, you was trying to say something earlier.
I understand people always did that since the beginning of time, just didn't really become popular until now.
I hate to say it, but hooking up and basically tricking are one of the oldest human group activities. In all honesty,
Yeah, prostitution is the oldest form of money, getting money.
even caveman even participated in it. They traded protection for
First of
for
all,
women's
black people were
bodies.
never
You used to
cavemen.
get shamed for doing it, but it's acceptable now.
First of all, black people were never cavemen. You've never seen a black person being a caveman of history, but there's no record of that.
I have to look into that a little bit.
I'm gonna let that one sit with y'all.
No, my final thoughts on hookup culture. Yeah, I'll go with the mine. Yeah, it absolutely has had an effect. Thing about it is, I really think, premarital, yeah, like I said, premarital sex kind of went out, stopped being taboo around the 19, so after the sexual revolution, which kind of started gaining height in between 1958 to 1971. And thing about it is, it only went up and up. And the thing about it is, when looking for a partner becomes people's less priority, not saying that should always be a priority.
Yeah.
When that becomes a decrease, that decrease the simple fact of having the ties to actually be with something because does not become a priority, and as such, you're able to dull yourself with people for temporary or a small amount of time for your own various reasons. And that's not a bad thing per se. But the thing about it is, if you want to, as Amon stated earlier, if you want to build a strong legacy, it's more better. It's better to build a relationship with somebody. It's better to deal your energy with somebody who has your best interest and wants to see you rise above, just as they want to, see, just as much as you want to see them rise above. But even more so with that. Uh, I do, but I do believe like another something that's become really common is open relationships or polygamy. Which me personally, if I could
I think
find,
that'll be the future of relationships right there.
I don't see a problem with that. I'd
Uh,
personally get involved with polygamy. And the thing about it is, it's one of those relationships where you need a lot of communication.
Yeah, because I mean I mean pretty much everyone's already doing it now, so that's gonna be the future.
Shahrazad Ali said in 1978, when black women need to stop acting like they're not into polygamy because they already practice it by having multiple kids by one dude and not marrying.
Hmm.
But anybody have any final thoughts before I bring this conversation to a close?
I'm good. I answered all the questions I wanted to answer.
All right then. Well
Oh
then,
yeah, so
wait, huh? You have something?
yeah, I wanted to go back to the part talking about the Bible and everything, and then they brought up Christianity.
That was Amal who brought up Christianity.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not a Christian. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that what you wanted to just get off?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, Christianity is not. The Bible isn't a Christianity book. Christianity is a watered down version of it. It doesn't really teach any laws or anything. It just teaches that you can pretty much do whatever you want, and as long as you believe, you'll be all right. And
It's
that's
the
not
book
true.
of red pill knowledge.
the Book of Redneck.
The- oh my god.
I mean, yeah, the Bible is a red pill book.
Alright, but I thank you gentlemen for being on tonight. We made some really good points. And for my final thought is always make sure that the person that you're with is always looking for your best interest. But as I stated before, relationships are all give and take. Make sure you have that person's best interest. Because unfortunately, there's nothing more than having the right amount of energy to create something bigger than what you already want to create in the first place. And I surely hope that all of you find the person that makes you happy, most of all. But that
Oh,
concludes another podcast, the Council of Kings podcast. You gentlemen have a lovely evening tonight, and remember truth, knowledge, and wisdom. You all have a good one.